Hi there, YouTube. This is Mike with another video. This video will be about a bug out guide for making a bug out plan. Now, it's one thing to have a bug out bag, um, but it's not going to do you any good if you if you leave without a plan. So I put together this document here, which I want to be going over. Now I'm going to be scrolling down slowly just so you guys can have a chance to look through this document. Okay. Now I do want to make clear that this document is not to be meant as an invitation to do anything illegal that is currently illegal, and it's not an attempt at subversion. But it's in fact an attempt at ensuring the survival of your family. Okay, and if government has a hard time with people wanting to survive, that's their own problem. That's not mine, and it's certainly not yours if you're listening to this video. Okay, why do a bug out plan? Or, yeah, why do a bug out plan? Okay, martial law has been implemented, and there's an immediate danger to your life or your life of your family, or your area is plagued by escalating violence, it can no longer support its population. The cause of it is a reduction of in the food supply chain, and goods and services are no longer available consistently to the population of your local area. Okay, the markets have become increasingly controlled by street gangs or smugglers, and the price of bartering is no longer viable options to ensure the survival of your family. When to bug out? When the situation described above becomes a reality in your location and you do not have long-term means to protect your assets and your family. Why bug out? Because you have to. Okay, uh, you should have to do a thorough analysis of the situation before you decide to bug out. And sorry, yeah, I was thinking about something here. You should do a thorough situation of analysis of the situation before you bug out. What's going on is my neighbors are fighting, and it's kind of distracting me a little bit. Okay, so leaving without proper preparation could result in the death of your death and the death of your family. Now remember the 7 P's of success. Proper preparations and planning prevents piss poor performance. Now if you need to at any time, you can just pause this video and check out the information as it's scrolling down, and then then you'll have plenty of time to read. Okay, so what to do before bugging out? I'm just going to cover the bullet points. You can read the smaller information at your own leisure. So you need to establish your final bug out location. You need to learn new skills. Okay, now don't wait until shit hits the fan before you learn something new. So you need to learn new skills like gardening. If you can, grab a book that teaches you blacksmithing, tinsmithing, knitting, sewing, rope crafting, cooking, and so on and so on. Pardon me. Because, the more skills you have, the better it's going to be for you. Well, okay. So, third bullet point, establish your bug out plan. You need to prepare a plan and clearly identify the route that you're going to take to your bug out location. Now, there is a great tool on the internet that's available right now. Use it. Okay, Google Maps can calculate your walk time to the location where you want to go. Okay, now a proper bug out bag for walking uh, for a walking bug out should carry food for about 4 days if you're, let's say, per person. Okay, so if you're a couple, then each of you should carry 4 days worth of food for yourself. But if you're a family, that complicates a little bit. You can only carry 2 days worth of food because you have to take into account the children. So there's an example here. I'll leave that up for a second. Okay. Now this basically covers, sorry, the amount of distance you can cover in by walking in a day. So walking distance calculated as follows: speed times distance. The average daily walking distance for the following are: couples, they'll walk 30 miles, and that's using a lower average in a day. An out of shape couple will walk about 24 miles in a day, and families with children, well, about 18 miles per day. Okay, logistical supply drops. Okay, uh, you need to determine the location of where you're going to put those and read this part of the document in order for you to figure out where you're going to put your logistical supply drop. Now it's important to notice that for families, you can travel for about 2 days only because you have to take into account you have food for the kids. So uh, the first dropout or logistical supply drop location for a couple that's in good shape uh, be about 120 miles from your departing location. For out of shape couples, 96 miles, and for families with children, every 36 miles. So if you're a family with children, you're going to need a lot more if you have greater distance to cover. Now, I recommend using alternate means of transportation, like a bicycle and a trailer, so you can put the kids in there. Um, it's a little bit more difficult in the sense that you have to tow the children if they don't have bicycles, but you will cover a lot more distance. For people that are fit or relatively fit, I don't put any maximum traveling recommendation. So long as you can adapt and you don't run out of resources, you're good to go. If you're slightly out of shape, I would not recommend traveling more than 15 days to your bug out location. So if I were you, I would not set a bug out location that's outside of that time frame. Logistical supply drops, those are really important. Once you have predetermined the location of your LSDs, you need to prepare the content of each supply box, and I'll do a separate video on this issue. I'll do a video where I will show um, basically uh, what to put in it and how to seal the box because it's really important. That it doesn't the stuff in it doesn't spoil. And in there you want to have food and fuel. So I'll stop it for here for now because I'm close to my 1 minute mark. I usually give myself 1 or 2 minutes for editing. So I will be back with a second part to this. And the second part will have an example of a couple from Los Angeles that are bugging out. Okay, thank you very much. And I will add another part in about 1 second. Thank you.